it's a practice session. So I have to give you my theory, and then I'll do the joke, and then you can tell me if I if I did it well or not. And my theory is, I feel like the deconstructivists, the far left deconstructivists, have been messing with our terms, our words forever, so that they totally manipulate us when we say just normal things, right? And now I think the right has now kind of done that. So now the political right over here in America is now taking the weapon of the left on this thing, and they're doing it themselves, right? So now we've got both sides, which is kind of common, I think, happenings, right? Some people get hit with the new weapon of verbal jinjitsu on the words, and then the other one becomes kind of does the same kind of thing. So now we got both sides, it seems to like, trying to manipulate all the words. So for example, common words. You've got Karen, for example. It used to be just someone's name. Now it means something else. Now anybody can be a Karen. I don't even know what it even means anymore. You've got things like Christian, which used to just mean, you're Christian, right? I mean, it's not, that's basically it, right? And then you've got white. White used to be just a descriptive term. It's not actually racial because it doesn't even apply to a particular, it's just pretty much a descriptive term. But if you put white and Christian together, it seems like there's a conspiracy out there to take those two descriptive terms and turn it into like something like like you think that all Christians should be white or something. They try to make it sound right, which is manipulative, because if you happen to have white skin and you're Christian, you have to put the two things together to describe something. But then when you put the two things together, they try to say that you're saying something different. You see, you can't do that, right? The same thing happens with nationalist, right? Nationalist kind of means that you think there should be borders and whatnot, and some kind of cohesive unit that is a nation, right? You have to be able to define the nation somehow. So that's kind of mundane. But again, if you put the descriptive term of white and then nationalist in front of it, again, somehow it turns into like, well, now you think the whole country it's like you think you need an ethnically, and that's not, no, they're two descriptive terms that, I mean, you just happen to put next to each other. They're different, and now you're going to say it's a new defined word, and it's like, well, how am I supposed to describe the two things when I put them next to each other? You say it's a different thing, right? And now they got the same thing happening with the Zionist thing. Zionist, it used to be like in America that if you were a secular person, you're not even religious, and you're a Zionist, you kind of think that Israel should exist, right? And you feel like possibly that just from a geopolitical standpoint, if nothing else, the world is a safer place for us if there's an Israel in existence. If there was no Israel in existence, it would be most likely danger levels around the world would increase, right? So from my standpoint, of the tax dollars that we spend to the federal government are supposed to be on defense and foreign relations. So those are the things you're supposed to spend the money on. It's all the other stuff that you're not, that they need to stop spending so much money on, because that's what they're supposed to be doing. But again, if you put something like Christian Zionist together, now the right seems to be putting those two together and make it seem like that somehow means that the Israel needs to rule the world or something. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Like, so this is what I'm talking about. These kind of things are I don't like. You can't just take normal descriptive words that would describe someone and then put them together. And when you put two of them together, then all of a sudden you're going to define it as something different than the two words individually that are just descriptive terms. All right, that's what I'm trying to do. All right, so how is it that Karen went from, hey, Karen, pass the potato salad, to security, there's a Karen loose in the produce, faster than you can say, I'd like to speak to the manager. 1 minute, it's a perfectly respectable name on a monogrammed tote bag. The next, it's a federal offense. I mean, again, how is the evolution of words happening like this, and a time when text is there and it's supposed to be written down. It's not supposed to change so rapidly. Welcome to the era of destructive word energy, where innocent symbols are duct taped together until they detonate like linguistic C4. You think they're all like mundane products, mundane words, but somehow you put them together and now you said something completely toxic. And it's like, wait a second. These were all normal words like a second ago. How is it, like, what is the chemical construction that puts them together? And now it's something totally different. I mean, picture this. You take 5 totally normal FDA approved words, Christian, white, Zionist, nationalist, Karen, and toss them into a blender like some deranged word smoothie chef. Separately, harmless. These words are not a problem. You just Scrabble tiles, minding their own business. Christian, loves potlucks, sings off-key in the choir. White, has a drawer full of flesh-toned bandages that only match one shade of flesh. Zionist, thinks Israel should, not get blown up. Nationalist, buys flags on sale at Home Depot, likes the country. I actually think it's a good place. Karen, wields a coupon binder the size of a phone book, sounds like your aunt who brings ambrosia salad to every function and complains the deviled eggs are too spicy. But the second you stack them like verbal Jenga, boom, the internet screams, evacuate the premises. It's a category 5 Karen Kane. I mean, how does that work? It's the verbal equivalent of mixing baking soda and vinegar, except instead of a cute volcano, you get a mushroom cloud of outrage and a Reddit thread with 40K upvotes titled, I can't even. We're playing Mad Libs with boogeymen. Fill in the blank. You got adjective, noun, ideology, name, and it's pure evil. You can just fill in the blanks. Bonus points if you slap gate on anything. It's coupon gate. It's flag gate. It's deviled egg gate. Instant apocalypse. Right? I mean, what? It's like whatever kids and media these days, renaming words we've used for thousands of years like it's a TikTok challenge. That's not how, you can't do that. So you can call me a Karen all you want. I don't even know what Karen means anymore. It's applied to everyone. A core Karen trait is not caring about being called Karen, right? I strive to be a Karen by not caring about being Karen because it's totally like Zen. That's totally like Zen. And Zen is like peak Karen. I don't know.